towards B long. This should be a tune-up match for Envy, right? Like, let's be honest. You've got Yehty on LAN for the first time in the new roster. Can El Diablo perform the same way that he does online?
Ooh.
So far, so good, but a great response from NTK and from Heat.
Yeah, they've pushed up fantastically. I love the way they're waiting around, seeing how much Envy will push. You got to watch the first few pitches come through. If you're just swinging at everything, you're never going to know the precedent your opponent is setting. Just a few shots from Yehty there as he looks to keep the pressure with FNS.
Now, Victor has wrapped his way back. He was coming in through long. Now he's made his way up mid, and FNS is wrapping around as well as Yehty gets one onto Vixen. Heat! Oh, he got behind him. Okay. JhoW, they've got something cooking here. FNS has to go big. No, he drops. VivoKid win the pistol.
And you can see Envy was not expecting.
Yeah, and you take a look again. Victor's playing the lurk. He's flanking around. He's already taken so much space A, and he's going to get a good bit of info. It's going to be a big kill on to NTK if he's able to get it. He has spotted him, so that should be plenty of info. They are leaning towards B. You've got that lurk, but Heat's popping off on the site. Heat gets 2, but Victor trades that out.
Good to do the econ damage. Victor's going to be able to pick up a weapon. The rest of the team will wait for him to start to rotate around so they can put these guns together. 4v3, and this should be a quick cleanup here for Vivo, but crashies with the Marshall.
Yeah, crashies got one. I was about to say Victor has an upgraded weapon, but he's going to drop, leaving FNS and crashies alone, and now it's just going to be crashies with the Marshall. Now, Vixen's very weak, but we know about Reyna's in situations like this, how devastating they can be. There's not going to be anything cooking there. Vixen gets the last, VivoKid gets to two, but now...
They always know they're an aggressive team. They like to push and grab as much intel as possible, and already doing that on A. You can see the catwalk coming in from Yehty.
Yeah, I think the intel that you call is very important, but also the space, right? Like the denial of real estate. FNS gets caught in a bit of a precarious spot. He drops at the hands of Vixen, but here comes Victor. Victor with the showstopper up top. Able to get one onto Heat, but he's going to get cleaned up right back after. Yehty getting in on the action across mid, as well as members of VivoKid just drop like flies across the map. Envy still with the numbers advantage. Yehty certainly worse for wear, but in a decent spot. NTK got nothing cooking. FNS on lighter purchases, but they do not slow down.
Instantly forward. And even if you wanted that space, the blast pack and whatnot denies you from it. murizzz, nice shot onto Yehty. That's a huge frag on this round, especially since it's the partial buy for VivoKid. That means so much more here, or the game could swing one way.
Now they're going to get a good bit of info off of crashies' drone, working his way across the middle of the map as well as JhoW starts to plant the spike. Mir's still lurking around. They understand, right? Victor has taken so much space late in the rounds on the opposite sides. You can almost expect that. murizzz reads it like a book, cleans him up, and now there's no pressure coming from that way. They can rotate off back towards A because murizzz is going to be able to waltz in for free.
And they just snuff out that mid-surge. Great hit by that orb from Vixen. Great Viper play to get the team mobilized and across the map. Remember, those calls coming in from JhoW. The soul of the squad, he says himself. If things aren't right, he wants to make it right.
Heat? Yeah, my gosh. Heat with the Blade Storm. He was cutting off the rotations, right? He was the one who was going to be problematic. He does just that as Marved is stuck between a rock and a hard place, able to take one with him, but he does eventually fall. murizzz gets the 3. We asked, how are VivoKid going to respond? Yehty able to get the Blade Storm online, and we're already seeing a change, right? Like, how many times did we see that aggressive denial of space across A from Envy? That's adjusted. They're playing a bit more safely. Now, you do have FNS doing the same thing down B long, but VivoKid, look at how they're positioned, right? Like, they understand that there's a propensity to do that. They don't want to show anything early. Very well played by VivoKid.
Oh, FNS. Little creeper, right-click classic. Could be all the doctor ordered on this one. Just another one almost gets the Reyna as well, but he goes down to JhoW.
Marv still in a great spot. The res is going to come out onto Heat, but no, Marv drops as well. You imagine this round was going to go in favor of VivoKid, given Evie had nothing but pistols and a Marshall, and so far, that seems to be the case as NB members continue to drop. I think the important thing here is there are a couple of ultimates to work with, but you take a look, NTK's just 1 point away from having his ult online in the next round as well. So you've got, as this round wraps up, again, you hear the players pop off.
And absorbing, but also giving Envy a bit of their own aggression, and it's working out great.
But again, as much things change, they remain the same. You saw an early attempt at aggression from A, but they dropped the slow orbs, and they're able to deny some of that. You hear the ult that's come out from crashies. Looking to see if he can get anything with the Hunter's Fury. I don't think... Yeah, so he invests at mid. I don't know if he got any tags.
They're going to drop the orb,
looks like
and he
did get a tag on murizzz there, but that was it. The drone's going to get cleaned up. So even with that in mind, they understand there's pressure mid. They're able to swap out, give Yehty the strong position there.
And those are just simple fundamental openings, right? Drop the gas, take a shot. I love the fact that Vivo's trying everything, and they're not like, it's one strat or strat B here. They're really feeling out the map. Really causing Envy to use a bit more utility here. And we'll see if this is the take. VivoKey looking to go on to A.
Wall's gone up. JhoW looking to get the plant in, a cheeky one, but no, the wall, excuse me, is going to get blasted down instantly. Not going to have a chance to do that. Now you're going to have to reconsider how you go about things as NTK brings his Hunter's Fury online. Victor dancing around, gets tagged up as Yehty does as well, but no damage has been done. And as much as they invest so much, it all calms right back down.
30 seconds left.
Empress is there. So murizzz could really make an impact on this round. You can see it's activated on him right there. Left side maze. A bit of the gas wall being used now. This is Marv's. And everybody is just face to face on the other side of the wall. The first one from Yehty.
FNS has to bust a move too, man. He's got to get there. There was only short time, and his members are dropping on the side as NTK gets one as well. It's just going to be down to Victor, and yeah, he drops. Now FNS is going to show up late. He gets cleaned up, and they get the money from the plant. VivoKey continuing to pile it on. Don't foresee, at least in this round, you don't foresee much of a difference, right? Heat's already open to pick up onto Marved with that op that we highlighted just a moment ago, and they're so patient. Look at how they wait, right? They know Envy's just going to push.
Yeah.
They're just going to come at us. Let's just wait.
And Envy's, they're looking for options. The Marshal still on to Yehty. Crashies just hitting the one tappies there as he gets a second sheriff shot off. murizzz going to take that one down as they just scoop up a few more members on that side. FNS does have the lockdown ready. Look at that for future rounds here. It doesn't look like they'll be able to make too much of an impact on this, but VivoKey know that Heat's going to get a few. Right? That op's going to find somebody peeking at some point, and they are completely okay to let those 40 seconds pass by and not see anything. They'll move up, and they'll take each site happily. And again, even with the op first, a little bit of smoke, Doug, but they're all right behind it, ready to fight.
Yeah, Yehty able to take one with him, but Gares is going to clean him up. Victor looking to do the same. He's got some players in interesting spots. Like FNS is again on the flank, but this time his timing might be a bit better behind one. Able to take him with him.
Great hide.
What an excellent response from Envy. murizzz is in a bit of a tricky spot, but it's just pistols. FNS just has a classic as well now. The spike is down, the ult was there, but no. murizzz gets 4, a Red Bull clutch for VivoKey as they increase their lead to 5.
VivoKey's going to pick up so many rounds in this first half.
All right, so ult used early on from Marv to hold down A, and you've got an op in the hands of Yehty, holding down B long. Now, he has been spotted by that drone there, so the jig's up, right? They know where they are. They're going to get pushed off of that location. You see Yehty's already backing up towards spawn as the Viper's wall comes out from Vixen. They're leaning towards B. They have all their utility that way. That's one thing we haven't seen from Vivo is misdirection off of that Viper's wall. If they go that way, at least historically, if it goes up, that's where they're going. Oh, no. It's going from bad to worse, Riv. FNS has no idea!
Oh, he let it go to the last second, too. Beautiful play by murizzz. Fakes the jump out. I think he got a tag on the fact that Yehty was there, so they know the operator's just on the other side. As the wall goes up again, they seem fearless going in, but Yehty on the money with his op.
Second ult has come through as the spike goes down. What do Envy have in them? What do they do to turn the tides? Because this has been brutal of a beginning here for the North American representative, and it seems to be going from bad to worse. As Yehty's been cleaned up as well. Victor trying to dance around the smoke. Nothing doing quite yet as the spike continues to tick away. There's no flank. There's nobody coming around. They're going to have to brute force their way through this thing. crashies with a great start, but Victor drops. JhoW, cleaning that up as well as the Blade Storm comes online. Marv slowly peeking his way around. No, when you're staring at 3 like that, or 2, excuse me, and 1 was just around the corner.
It looks like Vivo's just going to take more rounds, honestly, Doug.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have not shown any signs of slowing down. I was about to call that out. It's a pistol round with the exception of Marved, who has a Phantom, so you can tell they want to get more ult points, as many as they can, into his pockets to hopefully bring that Viper Spit online. You've got a couple additionally on the side of Envy, so you've got something cooking here, but I mean, like, Riv, where's the answer? Right? Like, what's the answer? Who are you looking to step up? Because VivoKey, they just seem entirely unfazed.
Their first shots are on point, too. The confidence of an opening first shot goes round after round. You do not slow down, and we're seeing that here. Yehty's able to get a nice one to Vixen as they start the A-take.
Very well played by murizzz, wrapping around the corner at the exact time, but crashies good for 2 with the sheriff. That's going to drop things down to a 2v2. Now crashies just 5 health. JhoW's going to clean up FNS. Again, that's like, man, the lurk just hasn't been there, right? Like, they've been able to have a beat on it the entire time. What kind of shot? Oh, crashies. Good for 4 with the sheriff.
We talked about the 3Ks, the 4Ks, Doug.
Oh, the res.
He's going to need a 5.
So much more difficult. Yeah, oh, but he's going to upgrade a weapon. crashies has a chance for
it!
crashies has a chance for it! The ace! The Red Bull clutch from Envy!
Res, the everything, and that's a res pulled out of JhoW.
Yep.
That's ultimates, 3 ready now. That was the round. We said if this continues to go to Vivo Keyed, they will just surmount so many over Envy in this first half. So we'll see if the 7-5 can be possible now, as Envy's getting a little more aggressive again. That put a vibe back in their step.
Victor going in aggressive. The Hunter's Fury's there as well. Victor's good for 1. As NTK tried trying to get out, nothing doing quite yet. Boy's playing with fire.
Yeah, he's just standing out in the open. He's like, you're not going to think I'm here. Like you said, playing those tight spots right now. Envy's trying to pull out all of the stops here to make sure the last rounds can be theirs on the first half of this Icebox matchup. Slow movement into A. Vivo Keyed has had success at both sites, so see if it ends here.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, like, JhoW's going to be able to get him for free, right? Like, Envy clearly playing off-site. They're playing retake. They're not worried about it, and for good reason. They have crashies, Hunter's Fury. They have the lockdown as well, and there's no counter on the other side for it, right? So they can play off a bit and then lean in on their ultimates to do just that, to get the kill onto JhoW. The spike is down, and now they're going to be able to creep their way forward. FNS gets one across the middle of the map onto Vixen. NTK still hasn't gotten the spike down. Full numbers in favor of Envy. Of course, as I say that, he good for 1, not able to land the second. Gave her a haircut on the way out. Is he going to be able to land the second shot? Slowly, surely, trepidatiously working their way forward, but no, Victor good for 1 onto NTK. Crashies, cleans up the last. Envy. Now, this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, that we see Vixen put out his Viper util before the round starts. So this is a different look, right? Every time previously, it's been later in the rounds. They act off of that. This is a first early look. He gets the best of FNS.
He considered, at this time, probably one of the best in Brazil. And he has shown why. Continuously opening up these first bloods and on players like FNS means those round clutches dwindle a little bit more for Envy. And again, to the A play, it looks like they are just stampeding through on this one.
They're going to get in for free again. You highlighted him as probably one of the best. I venture as far as to say maybe the best in Brazil, and you can tell with how he's played so far. You can certainly see where that claim comes from. Finds himself in a great spot too. Cleared out. Excuse me, the dart is cleared out. Yay, drops already, and he's still in a great spot. Marv slowly creeping his way forward as the spike continues to tick away. Just 2 members left on the side of Envy. Marv good for 1 though, as he gets his. Oh, just narrowly missing the second.
This is exactly what JhoW said in the beginning, right? He will be up front. He's in there behind enemy lines. He has always been in this spot, and he's more than happy to. Oh my God, ships in the night! You gotta be kidding me, they just crossed each other.
Crashies, once again, in a clutch situation. NTK down to 1 health, Vixen full health, but there's just not enough time! There's not enough time! Crashies good for the second one! But is he gonna get the defuse? No, there's just not enough time!
There's 2.
Could be another heavy one that way, and yeah.
I mean, they're already just that, as you said, the wall being out really means that any one of them going through has to put themselves in an incredibly dangerous situation. And another follow-up shock, though. Great damage to start and take that armor off of JhoW.
All right, lockdown comes online, so you're either going to have to pull off of the site or go further in, right, to be able to clear out of some of that stuff. There aren't very many good options, so for Vivo Keyed, they're going to have to fight through this, and that looks like it's exactly what they're doing. Victor was able to take 1 out on the way. There was 1 player was detained, but take a look at the flank. Take a look at the flank! As Vixen wraps his way around, Vixen was behind the enemy lines. Marved able to take care of JhoW, however, as Vixen continues to creep his way forward. There is the defuse, though. The timing was not right. The play was there. The positioning was there.
That side of Vivo Keyed with a 7-4 record to Envy's 2-2.
Right.
The 4 whole plays. You scrim it, you do this, but that pressure isn't the same. You're doing different things in scrims.
Absolutely. We'll see what Envy can do on their pistol, on their attacking half. Hot and heavy going down towards A, but murizzz is already there, and we've talked about Arena in a pistol round and how devastating she can be. She's already started off with 2, looking to get 3. Oh my goodness, looking to get 4. As murizzz has already gotten 3, he's going to dismiss away.
Out of all his utility now, this is just going to be what he has in the tank to fight the 2 in front. Sees the leg of 1. That's going to be Victor going down. And they're just going to finalize this one on Marv. Playing it smart, playing it safe. Vixen finds that frag for the flawless, right? Or sorry, he used to play for Pain Gaming. Duelist there, so he feels super comfortable in the role, but he plays so much for the squad.
Yes.
Here, back on his duelist role, feeling like everything is working out. He is getting opening shots, as Sean was saying, with heat right behind him.
Now, Yehty has a Marshall, but yeah, I just don't know that they're going to have much to work with there. As you see, Vixen's going to be the one who's going to get back up. He's going to have to backpedal there, and he's been hurt a little bit. He's down to 49 health, and we have shown a lot of presence be long, but the problem is you've got Heat who's taken away mid. As they rotate out, once again, they find themselves in a chokehold that they're not going to be able to easily get by. Heat should be able to land the shots. He was able to tag one up, dash away, get away with his life, but the pressure's there. They feel that.
All right, Envy, what do you got on this one? Ye's able to find one with the Marshall there. Vixen goes down. They are in the 5v4s. Reset, audio cut. Slow walk back over to the other site. Spread, Vivo keyed as thin as possible to make sure you're only seeing maybe 1 or no utility as you head to the site. B is going to be the execute. NTK waiting patiently.
They say second time is the charm, I believe, as they work their way towards B for a second time, and that's unfortunately not going to be the case this time around. Marved was able to get one. It looks like they should be able to get the spike down as well, so financially, okay, you've got something cooking, but now you've got the remaining members of Vivo Key that have started to rotate over. murizzz is going to be the last one who's going to show up, but they don't have, I mean, there are no snake bites, right? There is no lineup, there's no nade, there's nothing to really cause problems with here as the spike has started. FNS good for 2 though. This round may not, well actually given how the previous round went, I kind of hesitate to say this, is look at how he's already taken the rope across and he's gotten undetected. No, Victor sniffed it out, Spidey senses tingling, Heat drops. But the thing is, this round technically should go in favor of Envy, but I think the important thing here is the economy has gone absolutely sideways. Right? Like, this should not play out this way. And Vivo Keyed right now, they did just get that upgraded weapon off of Vixen, but this shouldn't have gone this way.
Seems like Envy's warming up a little bit. Really shaking off all the cobwebs on that. These are more methodical.
Heat looking for an opening shot game, and he might get the shot on it. No, Ye dashes back. The up shot doesn't land. He gets tagged up, and Ye certainly wins that duel. Now they have a bit more presence across mid as well.
Knowing the operator's on the move, already took its first shot. Got to feel better about that. Spike is down for the moment, so they have not decided which way they want to go. You can always look at the spike and kind of tell the intentions of a team, how favorable they even feel that Vipers up on pipes. You know, they have not moved with the spike yet. They're still listening for audio, and that's actually what Marved is doing right now, taking in every bit of input that he can to deliver to the team, and they have a great push up onto B, so it's their oyster. The world is their oyster here. Yeah. What are they going to do?
Well, what I think the interesting thing, too, is Sean was talking about how dynamic Vivo Keyed are. They've shown so many different looks. Look at this one, right? Noise has been cut. They have no idea where Envy are. They're playing so far back.
It's true.
Like, yeah, we're not going to give you anything.
Yeah. Let that op go to work.
Yep.
Let Heat do something with it before you see anything.
30 seconds
Heat
left.
might get a shot at something here. There's a bit of a cross. The Roomba's there, but it's not going to be around for long as Victor isn't either. He gets cleaned up. Now they should have a very good idea with 20 seconds left that the hit is 1 on to B. FNS with the spike, looking to get it down. Oh, Ye's good for 2. The snake bite tags him up, but the spike does go down. There is the lockdown as well, and that's exactly what comes out. Ye has the blade storm to work with. This murizzz is working his way across the middle of the map, and Ye's waiting for it. Ye's waiting for it.
He literally dominated this entire time.
Oh my gosh, El Diablo's not winning any of these duels. And that's so big. That's such a big confidence play for murizzz, but Marved able to take care of him. Numbers advantage still in favor of Envy, albeit slight, but it's there as the spike continues to tick away. Vivo Keyed are going to have to bust a move here if they want a chance to win this round as Vixen creeping his way forward. FNS on the other side. He left alone with the op, not able to save it either. Yeah, he drops. Envy get to 7, slowly but surely.
Marshalls. Oh, murizzz.
Whoa!
Never
whoa,
mind.
Whoa, whoa.
They're just making me eat crow with these shots.
Again, Reyna with a pistol, like, she just has the possibility to cause so many problems. But okay, Marved and Victor stabilize the situation, as does crashies. His numbers go back their way, but these kills, Riv, are just being traded back and forth every time.
It's really hard, actually, for the defense to react, or even the offense to react. So you can see the team's kind of resetting a situation for a few seconds before moving forward, because these frags are coming in so quick and disrupting what each of the strategies are on take and retake. Still a showstopper here. If they can identify where the members are, that might be a viable option.
Yep, Marv was on the flank. He was able to get the last kill. So now it's just Vixen alone as the spike continues to tick away. He's got a rifle. Drop. Poison orb on the spike. Gets the tap and immediately pulls out. 61 health, no armor to work with as well, and no health to work with after that shot as Victor cleans him up. Envy gets to 8, and they've got the ultimate. So assuming at this point you hear anything, you can get into a position where you drop it or back up and save that as teammates show up to rotate for help. Meanwhile, you've got heavy presence mid. But Vixen, yeah, Vixen just backs off.
It's the first time we've seen Envy just 5-man it towards the situation. They're actually trying to see how hard they can get Vivo keyed to pressure the T side of the, or the attacking side of the map, but it does not look like they're going past more than that tube area in mid.
Envy waiting, and now they go.
Oh!
Satchel. Victor not landing on anything with the showstopper. But they've gotten space, right? They've gotten the sight. But what they have lost is FNS.
Yeah, Vixen actually took quite a bit of damage on that splash through the wall, just on the other side of the garage. He heard that step when he went up. Marv takes down NTK.
The spike is still not down. It has been recollected as JhoW drops. All right, Marved is going to go ahead and drop the Viper's Pit, so they're looking to secure this round. They desperately need it. You've got the remaining members of Vivo Keyed. We're still really kind of playing off-site. Vixen's the only one who's close. The remaining two are mid. Vixen is good for it. On to Victor. Left. But it's still a 3v3 here. Yehty does have the op. Spike still has not been planted.
From the flank. Beautiful flank. Oh, my word.
Now, he still has plenty of health, so he's going to be able to re-aggress. But the spike did finally go down. And it's going to be countered by their own Viper Pit. So it's just going to be green gooey mess across your screen all over the place as you see him overlap almost perfectly, looking like a Venn diagram on your minimap. He good for it onto Marv, so that's going to drop theirs. That's going to give Vivo Keyed so much more room to work with as Yehty is weak. crashies 1 point away from having his Hunter Fury online. Vixen's starting to get the tap. Vixen's looking to get it, and it doesn't matter. They're going to get the kills. The defuse will follow shortly thereafter. Vivo Keyed increase the lead back to 2.
And that's what we saw them taking. Bobulated. Vivo Keyed playing off that well. 10-8 as we get to round 19, Doug.
Ult Orb going into Victor's pockets, one step closer to having the showstopper online, and much like we saw in the previous round, it's going to be a heavy lean towards B. You've got Vivo Keyed, have gotten a ton of info across the middle of the map from NTK's drone, so they know that there's very little presence there. Excellent kill, though, onto Vixen. That should give them a bit of room to work with, but you've got Heat with the op and the Blade Storm in his back pocket. Yehty has to be careful here.
Literally cat and mouse. Nobody's gonna peek on this one. This is the patience we saw from both, or we're seeing from both teams. It continues, carries the look. Yehty waits a little bit longer. It gets the upper hand. The spray coming in from JhoW.
Spike is not gone down yet, as Victor should be able to do so here shortly. You've also got murizzz on the opposite side of the map, waiting to see if they're going to flip it, but no. Now that spike goes down, he knows he's going to have to rotate over. He's going to show up a bit late, but excellent from NTK. Let's wait. If they can get a little bit more help, maybe get a kill, then they can bring that Hunter Fury online and cause some problems.
FNS with a fantastic watch towards mid. Already took one down, does it through the Lear as well onto murizzz. And it looks like they'll back up just a little bit on this one, knowing they're quite safe. Yehty's going to find the final kill to bring it 10-9 here. Envy 1 away from tying this up, and I believe this start.
Envy creeping their way up towards A. You've got a couple members now that are rotating over. You've got NTK who's shown up. You've also got you've got JhoW waiting just around the corner. For Envy, while the noise was cut, they are going to at least spot Victor. So now, Vivo Keyed understand that much, right? They know there's one player towards A. They don't know at this point that there's a death ball waiting on the other side.
A little bit of push on B, and no noise yet. Probably allows Vivo Keyed to infer that they can rotate over. You already see that JhoW is going towards A little bit to hold that mid area and make sure they have a lean towards that execution.
Yeah, and I think at this point there should be no more question of where Envy are. You've seen Sova util, you've seen Raze util, you've seen a little bit of everything.
But wait, as soon as you think Envy's committing, they're going to be hopping out slow to see if that mid flank is being worked again, a place where Heat likes to play, pushing out of the tube. They don't find him. We've seen murizzz here as well on a few rounds.
30 seconds left.
And it looks like FNS he's taken up his spot, right? Yep. That's where he lives on Icebox here.
All right, Envy have gotten all the way up to 410. We've seen just how good murizzz can be with the Sheriff, and he kicks it off just in time as he's able to get 13 seconds left. Now for Envy, this is go time. You cannot wait much longer to get the spike down.
Word.
NTK drops, Victor gets the spike down, a little jiggle, a little shoulder, and my goodness, the cojones to do something like that.
Yes.
Get away with it. murizzz does drop Heat with the Blade Storm, though. Looking to equalize things. The burst misses. He's going to be able to dash across. He's still working his way in as Victor drops.
Player standing.
As it's just down to Vixen. Vixen in a 1v2.
Has that Vandal. He was able to drop FNS on the way over. Yeah, he's going to be looking high. He can come low, and they don't have the help yet. This is going to be a tough... Oh, why'd you turn before he got her on the corner? Oh, no.
Back at really essentially 0-0 first to 3. Envy leaning towards B, but a much slower start, right? Like no early denial of space. You do have the Hunter's Fury. It's come out. And we did see a couple tags. It's going to be traded back out as JhoW and crashies both drop as dueling Hunter's Furies cause problems across the site. He gets the op shot onto Ye as he has had his number for like the majority of the map. He's able to get a second one onto Victor as well. That op's still online, and now they've got a problem because you can see Vivokid slowly but surely suffocating out the space that Envy have to work with. They've taken mid, they've taken A. You've only got space across B long, and guess what? You've got an op staring you down there as well. An excellent response from Vivokid as Envy slowly try to claw their way back into this thing. They shut the damn door on him.
And it's a disgusting amount of pressure on Vivokid in these rounds. We talked letting up one bit.
Vivokid once again have taken the lead. Envy still at a place where they could buy up. So you've still got an op in the hands of Ye. You still have a couple of very key ultimates in the hands of Victor and FNS, but Vivokid, look at how aggressive they are. Look at how much space they've taken mid already.
You should run.
They're fearless, Riv.
Throws down the ultimate, and they're just going to be able to hang out behind this, wait for it to go off, and then they'll smother. The turret allows Envy to know, but now it's about setting up a garrison, and they haven't even made it in the site yet, Doug.
crashies able to trade one out, but he is in serious trouble as they're running at him as the lockdown, cancels out. Ye with the op. As you hear, the showstopper has come out as well. Victor drops at the hands of a snakebite of all things. The round has gone absolutely sideways for Envy. How many more chances do you have? How many more opportunities do you have if you're Envy to claw your way back into this thing? Yay. El Diablo finds himself in a 1v3. He's got a gun. Make that a 1v2 as he's cut noise. But they know he's there. The spike is in his hands.
So much time.
He's got the blade storm in his back pocket as well. Slowly creeping his way forward. Oh, but they've spotted him. They know where he is. Vixen's got his number. Yay, just down to 18 health.
And look at this.
Brutal
30
spot.
seconds left.
Thinks he's being surrounded, gets shot at from behind, tries to identify a second player, but knows he's just alone and has to wonder where that flank is now coming from.
What's his play? I mean, at this point, you get the spike down for economy. But no, Ye jumps out, and NTK is waiting there. Vivokid, excuse me, at map point. Envy, North American representative, find themselves with their backs against the ropes early on in this best of 3 as Vivokid has given them everything they can handle and then a bit more. Economy's still okay enough. Ye, the one exception. He has a Marshal, but he does have that Blade Storm to work with. Victor looking to go in aggressive. Goes up top and he drops. It's just aggression out of Envy, and it wasn't matched up by anything. He just gets popped right off the bat. Marved is so weak as well, but you're right. Ye has gotten him behind enemy lines with that Blade Storm in an excellent spot. I don't know that he spotted murizzz though. I don't know if he spotted him, but he is going to drop at the hands of FNS. Marv trading it out. They have control of the site. They should be able to get the spike down. Vixen's going to save. And oh, I thought he was going to try to get the ult orb. He wouldn't have had time to do it anyway to bring that ult online. So unless there's some serious magic out of Vixen here in this 1v3, we should be playing another round. And Riv, we need to start talking about the possibility of overtime here. It's a way without having to pay for it. A rare miss from Heat. but they're going to have to work their way through that Viper speed if they want to go towards B.
Turret's already up to kind of let them know if anybody pushed. That's FNS moving into A. And as you said, the Viper ult being up makes things a little harder. As Yehty picks up another one. He's been able to do 2 rounds in a row with an operator, and he is the one to find the frag.
Yep, and that's key because it hasn't been that way for the majority of this map, right? Like, people have had Yehty's number, but now Yehty seems to be coming online. He's already gotten 3 with the operator. Envy looking to push the matter to extend the map to get to overtime. Marved able to put the finishing touches on what was a desperately needed
Vixen.
round. Vixen with the op in a 1v5. Spike goes down as well. He's good for 1. But that's all it's going to be. Envy find themselves back in a situation after seemingly dead, forcing overtime, the first overtime of the tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. We're going to see what these teams have for each other, instantly swapping sides for those 2 rounds.
Now the rest of Envy is showing up. Now they're starting to rotate over. The problem is they don't have very many points of entry. You can't rotate around because you've got NTK who's holding the flank. They're going to have to brute force their way in. The nice thing is there's still plenty of time. But now, JhoW's going to get the spike down.
Spike planted.
And again, they are huddled in that site, trying to just give Envy a hug. Does not leaving.
It's just chaos.
Go against them now, Doug.
Crashies good for 2. NTK's left alone. NTK on the flank. You've got 2 members left on the side of Envy, and they're both weak. The tap has started. Is he going to be able to get anything with the shock darts? Crashies trying to hold it!
Oh! They got it. Oh, okay, Marv is in there. For a moment, I was like, Spike Diffuser killed. He got half, though. He got half.
We've got Vivokid on the defense. He doing exactly what Yehty did. Goes for Glass Cannon, and it pays off early on.
He does have a dash, so he's going to be taking the aggressive peek once again. Nice shot by murizzz. Takes down El Diablo, and that's 2 down now for Envy. As we look for a possible overtime, another overtime round here. And yeah, that looks like it's going to be solidified in the last few shots, unless it's the man, the myth, the crashies. He's got a lot of work to do. And murizzz, as they make their way towards that B site. Very nice Viper bite, because you got to figure you're not going to be able to waste your armor there.
Yeah, and that's so key because you expect the op to be jump peeking that, right?
Yep.
You drop that snake bite there, no armor, as you said. Certainly worse for wear, and yeah, you get healed up, so we're right back into a better place, but now that heal's offline, that's a big deal.
It resets their first option. You know, the opera wanted to come for something at B, and V's a little more knowledgeable about it, but that doesn't stop what he can do with an operator. That's the thing that matters, is that he can still make these shots even whether you know he's coming or not. A minute left in the round, and it's becoming much more patient in the movement here as they start to encroach on Envy's side, on that defensive side of the map.
So you've still got Heat holding that with the op. Vixen gets spotted. No, he switches out the knife at just the wrong time. But FNS does get traded out. And look at how deep Vivokid have gotten in on the B side of the map. You've really got a couple of members on the side of Envy who are in a brutal spot. You've got Marved and you've got Victor, both towards long as they're slowly being wrapped around these guys. We talk about being on an island, but that's big from Victor. Taking out Heat, getting that op offline. Marved is going to have to do the same. They've got to hold strong here. They've got to buy time for their teammates to show up as they aren't rotating over yet.
Slow hold. I think they're worried that somebody is creeping around in mid. I mean, FNS is dead, so they have to wonder where everyone else is.
He's above him. If he doesn't cause any noise, he's going to be able to swing around and catch both of them at just the wrong time. There's crashies. He's able to get one, and he's going to dismiss away.
And he's going to create pressure. He's not trying to keep it. They hear him going through kitchen, though.
Victor with the showstopper. It's actually Yehty who's able to get one. Yehty gets the second one as well. Envy once again take the lead in overtime.
The end of these rounds it seems so snap judgment. It's yes, go. We're here. Victor ultimate. All right, Yehty's coming in with you in that.
Envy need to make something happen on the attacking half. And really, at this point, it almost feels like they've just got to get out of Icebox, right? Beaten, battered, whatever it looks like, walk away with a dub. If you're Envy as Vivokid, they just refuse to break. They're not going away. They're going toe-to-toe with Envy here. A little bit of early pressure, a little bit of pushback off of Envy to push Heat up into a bit of a more uncomfortable situation. They're not going to challenge that. They're going to rotate elsewhere.
Everybody's getting a little bit of blip information on their mini-maps here as the peaks are going down. Marv trying to clear out that Jenny on right side. Does hear FNS running back and forth. murizzz goes down.
Freaking mad lad just swinging out there, finds 2 people, but we'll see if NTK can make something else happen up top. No, Victor good for it. 3 members remain on the side of Vivo Keyed, and this might be what does it. This might be where Envy find themselves out of this disaster of a map. Heat and Vixen, the last 2 remaining members of 4v2 in favor of NB. Op in the hands of Heat, the best player in Brazil, in a position to clutch something out for North America, but no, he drops. It's just Vixen. Not gonna have anything there as well. The first overtime match.